Hi Jennifer, I just want to let you know I sent you the textbook as well as an ebook, and I also wanted to let you know that you can actually add this book to your bookshelf and you will have access to our MindTap reader and our MindTap. And what I'm showing you right here is our MindTap that you can get with your textbook, or you can bundle this with your ebook if you let me know. And this is a really great tool for your classes. So as you can see here, we have all the different chapters that are actually in your book. And the great thing about MindTap is you can rearrange, edit, change, hide any of the chapters or use any of the content in here for your classroom. So I'm going to click on chapter 2 and I'll kind of give you an idea of what's in it. And again, if you want to create separate folders, if you do by weeks, if you do by days, you can put dates on here and create separate folders for each class depending on how you want to structure your course. This is very adaptable. So I'm going to click on this here, and pretty much everything starts with a very general view. So it's going to give you a preview of what's going on in the book right here. Going to load it, and it tells you a little bit about the chapter and your learning objectives. Pretty standard. So right here is where you can read the chapter, and I'm going to just click on one of the chapters so that I can show you some of the great features. So inside of MindTap, you can actually make the pages bigger, smaller. You can, I gotta pull this over just a little bit, you can bookmark the page. Students have the ability to highlight and take notes, which is all pretty standard in an ebook. Here, let's see, we'll do this. And right here, actually let me scroll down here because it's actually inside the picture. So you can take a note, and you as the instructor can actually share notes with your students so that they can use that in their notes so they'll know what's on the test. You can students can create flashcards. Right here is where they'll be able to share or create their own notes. They can search Questia, which actually has a lot of content on there where they can look at other resources, and also it can read anything on this page. So if a student doesn't know how to pronounce a word, they can highlight it here and they can have it read the text. And if they don't know what that means, they can look it up in the dictionary. So I understand in art history, there's a lot of words that your students may not understand and they may not want to come to you. Another feature is you can add tests inside this ebook reader. So you can share your own test and that you create on Google Docs, or your own content. You can add web links. You can add a See Now assignment within this textbook to make sure that they're reading, an RSS feed, or you can actually add a YouTube video inside the book. Another feature is the book can actually read to you.
While Hammurabi ruled Babylon, King Zimri-Lim controlled the Neo-Sumerian city-state of Mary.
Now, you can make the voice go faster, slower, and you can make it male or female. So I'm going to close out of this. Another great feature about MindTap is you can actually have, there's some things in here, there's a playlist in here that you can actually watch videos, so you can have this in your classroom to help keep your students engaged and kind of really bring them to the actual visuals that you want them to see. So I'm going to click on this and show you just a little snapshot of what's on here.
The visual narrative of The Standard of Ur. Nestled in the Tigris and Euphrates River Valley, the cradle of civilization, Sumerian culture marks the end of prehistory and the oldest written documents. But in looking at the war side, we see a victorious...
So right here you can see that you can actually bring some of this content to life for your students and kind of really engage them in the assignments. So I'm going to click on here, and within the assignment as well, let's see, we have to watch it. There's a YouTube playlist here. Let's see what's on here. You can go here into YouTube. And it will show you different things in YouTube related to the subject that you are speaking about. So it can actually show the pictures, and you can do that kind of on your own time to see if that's something that you want to incorporate into your classroom. And if you scroll down, you have a study guide here. You have image flashcards, so have the actual pictures. And over here, you can launch the flashcards. And you can actually see the pictures. So this really helps students as far as figuring out, what things are, and they can kind of memorize everything. So I'm going to get out of that. So now I'm right back into where I started, and your students also have the ability to connect with Google Earth. This is something that you download, and it will actually take you to the sites that you're discussing. So that's a really great feature to actually have a real virtual tour of what you're discussing. And for me, it's very engaging when I'm actually able to see what I'm learning, and the retention is much better. So you can see here there's article references, more slide guides, and interactive maps there. There's a quiz, so you can make sure your students are understanding the material, and there is additional resources here that you can use. So all this content you could choose to use in your classroom or not. And so I'm going to bring you over here because my screen does not cover everything. So I'm going to scroll over here. So right here is your grade book. And in the grade book, because there's no students in my class, obviously, I'm going to show you a sample grade book. And you can actually go here. You can do a quick view of the checks, all the tests and quizzes and assignments that they're doing. You can have notes over here, and you can kind of see, who's doing what. There's analytics, so you can see what kind of engagement, moderate, high, time in course. So you can kind of see what they're doing because they have the activities accessed. So this is very good for accreditation purposes to make sure that your students are actually doing what they're supposed to be doing. And I'm going to go right back in here, close this back out, and show you the additional apps over here. Here's your app station. So students have their own study guide here where they can create their own study guide for the course. And let's see, I'm just going to do it based on chapter 2. Whoops. And I'm going to select the unit. And I can choose to select key terms, custom flashcards, shared notes, which would be shared, by you or other students, and my shared highlighted notes. So I'm going to select all this. So now once I create this, I just click on it, chapter 2, and now I can print this out if I'd like to. I can delete it, and I can access anything I need to. It takes me right to the page, highlighted here, takes me right to the textbook. And I can make sure that, that what I need to study is at my fingertips. So that's pretty much with MindTap. If you're interested in finding out a little bit more, I'd love the opportunity to set up a call with you. So I will send you this link, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks a lot, and have a great day.